Cincinnati has figured out a way to make the investments needed to bring some new life to its city, to have companies come in because it's looking like a great place to live for employees. Bringing more people downtown to not just work but also have fun and live. And we've been able to do that in tough budget times. I'm excited to take the lessons that I've learned here and the experience I've built here doing the kind of work to create jobs, to make government more efficient, to cut spending when it needs to be cut, and to apply that statewide.
We got to see some changes.
David Pepper is running for state auditor. Ohioans who know what he's accomplished as a city councilman and as a county commissioner believe he'll do great work for the people of Ohio.
I find him to be very honest.
He's simply a decent human being.
He appeals to everybody, Democrat, Republican, Independent alike.
How's business?
David Pepper graduated law school and returned to Cincinnati at a very challenging time.
This great passion I had for my city also collided with the reality that Cincinnati was really struggling. We had a lost population for decades. We had real tensions. We had police-community tensions. We had crime going up.
In 2001, police community tension in Cincinnati led to demonstrations, boycotts, and lawsuits. Pepper ran for city council that year, got the most votes, and dove into the city's biggest problem.
Disagreements seem to attract him like a moth to a flame, and he tries to get people to understand that there are solutions.
Pepper helped broker an agreement between the city, community groups, police officers, and the Department of Justice.
And it was an agreement between everyone from the FOP to people in the community who hadn't trusted the police before, and we put them all in a room in the courthouse, and we came up with this communal agreement. It's made an enormous difference.
In 2006, Pepper was elected to the Hamilton County Commission.
I'm David Pepper, the President of the County Commission.
Inheriting a fiscal crisis, he cut spending to the lowest level since 1998, pushed government reforms, and created jobs.
One thing that all governments need to figure out is we have to live within our means, no matter how reduced those means have been, and that's what we've done. But we've done it while continuing to invest.
We've cut over $60 million out of the county's budget. We've made the tough decisions. David has done that both as a vice president and as president of the board. But in the midst of tough budget times, he's also promoting getting things done.
Things like the once stalled riverfront project known as the Banks, now going strong.
So that's where the park would be. Apartments here, new street there.
Pepper pushed to reform economic development efforts and partnered with business leaders to revitalize Cincinnati through job-creating investments. One success story is the revitalization of Cincinnati's centerpiece, Fountain Square.
All right, now it's time for a little crowd participation.
You go there any day, any night, winter, summer, you see a lot of people. Sometimes having lunch, sometimes going to restaurants nearby, sometimes watching the Karate Kid on the Jumbotron.
Cincinnati's historic Over-the-Rhine neighborhood looked like this 10 years ago. Pepper again worked with the private sector to invest here. It's now reborn as Gateway Quarter. Homeowners are buying here despite the market. Retail shops and restaurants have followed.
I'm very proud that I hear all over the state from people about, wow, I've been in Cincinnati lately. You've got so much going on there. There's a great nightlife. There's all this activity. And I agree that that's true. And what's great about it is I know that 10 years ago that wasn't true. It wasn't the case.
The vitality that we see now downtown, the construction that's underway, the cranes, all of these things resulted from the vision that David had and his willingness to push hard to try to bring this community together.
Pepper has fought to retain employers and jobs. The Ford plant in Sharonville, Ohio was preparing to cut half its workforce unless it could win new business, building the Ford F-150 Super Transmission. United Auto Workers turned to the county for help.
David Pepper has always understood that you have to have a foundation, and the foundation is jobs.
Our economy will not move forward unless our middle-class families are strong and stable.
Pepper got involved to save jobs.
And the outcome is basically what we have today. We have the new product, and we've got about 1,750 people in that plant now instead of 800.
And it was a great example where really partnering with the state and the local community and the company got the job done.
Pepper also came up with a plan to help people facing foreclosure, like hospital worker Tracy Brooks.
Well, I was one step away from foreclosure.
She saw Pepper on a TV ad saying call 211 for free foreclosure counseling.
Are you having trouble paying your mortgage?
I can help.
She called and got help that saved her home.
You can't do it by yourself. It's just too much, legal things. And I thank God today for Mr. Pepper to have that commercial and for me to see it.
There are well over 1,000 homes that have been saved for people. People continue living in their family residence where they've been their whole lives because of David Pepper's leadership in Hamilton County.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stepping up during tough times, David Pepper has made Cincinnati a better place to live. He reformed government to attract jobs. He will help communities across Ohio as state auditor.
I think the auditor actually can be a quarterback of reforming government, of making it run better, of making it perform better. Citizens are tired of waste, and I am too. And anything we can do to be more efficient, even if it means ruffling some feathers and changing some things and pushing to do things a new way, this is the time to do it.
I think he is always thinking about what he can do to make things better.
There is no better person to serve the people of Ohio than David Pepper.
I'm David Pepper, and I'm running to be your next state auditor. I've made the tough budget cuts and decisions while also pushing for economic growth and job creation. I want to be your watchdog to make sure your dollars are spent well. So I ask for your vote this November.